This is another impromptu weekend. We were due to meet someone else. I'll explain all about that later. In the meantime, I'm just going to drop my rod right in front of those weeds. I'll explain why it's going to go right in front of those weeds and why it's under the margins very shortly. But first, I'm just going to drop that rod there, and then I'll get back to you, and then I'll explain where we are, what we're doing, and why we're here. Welcome to Maff UK.
Come on. I was going to tell you, but it's embarrassing for you.
So here we are. We are actually at Kellet Lake, and we were due to have a little mini social with a guy called Paul and his young lad called Tyson. However, the conditions, well, exactly. The conditions aren't too ideal for a young lad, and I'll explain why. Kellet Lake is currently flooded. Right, so as I explained earlier, we were supposed to be joined by Paul and the superb fisherman Tyson here, but unfortunately the conditions aren't ideal for this expertise fisherman that we have with us. Isn't that right, Tyson? Yeah. You like it a bit more comfortable, mate, don't you? So unfortunately Paul and Tyson are going to move off to another lake further down the road, further down the motorway. That shall not be named right now. And well, I hope you have a great session. I hope you catch. Obviously we're being stupid, but
if I was on my own, I'd probably be safe.
You would join the stupid three. Yeah, that would absolutely fine.
I don't think it's safe.
Yeah, absolutely. Tyson's our main priority here to make sure he's comfortable and he's got everything he needs. And you know, if we want to go wild carp fishing, like it pretty much is, then we can do that together at some other point, can't we, mate?
That's it.
Paul, thank you very much. It's a shame we can't stay, but I really appreciate you coming. And we'll do this again when the weather permits and it's a little bit finer for us.
Certainly
and
will.
Perhaps have a couple over the winter as well, mate.
Yeah,
okay?
Exactly.
Looking forward to that. Is there anyone you want to say hello to? Got to shout out really loud.
Hello, Mummy.
Yay! We came this morning to have a look at where we can get on if it's possible, and the bailiff just said, look, nobody else is on this lake at all. If you want to fish it, you can. We'll have a drive round. We'll see where we can bivvy up. If you want to go for it, by all means do so.
We should say that all the swims that are normal swims are underwater, aren't they? We're on a bit that you can't fish normally.
Absolutely. There isn't a single swim on Kellet Lake at this moment in time which isn't underwater. So we are, where you would normally fish on Kellet Lake is the opposite bank. We are actually on the footpath on the opposite bank, which is much higher than the swims, and that's where we are. And we've been allowed to fish here by the bailiffs because there's nobody else on, so nobody else can actually get on, to be fair. And it's not safe for Paul and it's not safe for his lads, so they've decided to move further down.
But it's safe for me, is it?
No, I'll look after you. Well, I've only got one person to look after now, it's just you.
Who looks after you?
Nobody looks after me, apart from my wife. She doesn't look after me, no. Anyway, so that's where we are. That's what we're doing. We're only here for 24 hours. We've got till tomorrow afternoon to get off. If we can. There's two chains of thoughts on this. Some say that the water is going to be flooded, it's going to be churned up, they're not going to feed. And then some would say that quite the opposite, that it is more about churning the water up, having a bit of a feeding frenzy, that sort of thing. Dave, what's your opinion on that?
We've not seen anything, have we?
No.
But the water is rising more than it's coming in 5 times quicker than it's going out, according to the bailiff. So it is. This path could be underwater tomorrow. Yeah,
the water isn't subsiding. The rain's coming this afternoon or this evening, and it's going to go up. And
if that water's cold, it could give it a bit of a chill. But it feels nice now, doesn't it?
But I'm quite confident. I mean, we are fishing, and everyone spots that they fish over here too, aren't we? So we're actually fishing where everybody fishes too from that side anyhow.
Well, you're the expert on this lake, having done 8 nights now.
Yeah, expert.
I've only done one.
Expert. Yeah, you've only done one though, but you've had how many more fish than me?
I only had 2 that first night.
Yeah, that's still 2 more than I've had off this lake. Expert of this lake, I am not. So my rods, I've got, at the moment I've got 2 out there, Ronnie rigs, short range. One's only 3 wraps out, the other one is literally just under its rod tips. I'm going to throw some boilies and pellets and some sweet corn on top of those, and then I'm going to do one which is going to be a bit further out, middle of the lake, in the deep water, a bit more meatier, and see how we go with that. That's my plan, that's my tactic, so right in tight to the normal fishing spots that everybody fishes to, and then I'm just going to put one deeper out.
You're right in the bowl there, aren't you? In the barrel.
I think so.
I looked at the drawing before, it's right in between us, you know, with the centre of it.
It's me.
They're not actually. What do you think they were? Do you bother turning your alarms on at this lake?
That's where everybody fishes to.
Do they fish really tight across?
Fish, yeah, they fish to there, yeah.
I didn't know that.
Now Dave knows where the bailiff bait up. He's now bringing his rods in. Yeah, the bailiff comes along here. They bait up all along this bank. I've seen them do it. I watched them do it. So I know what they do, and it's all within throwing distance. So if you're just lobbing them out, just on the water's edge, all we've got to do is just compensate for the fact that the water level's 3 to 4 feet higher, and go to that bank again and just drop it off there, and that's where they'll be. So we're edging our bets, and hopefully it should pay off. We are fishing where everybody fishes to from the far bank, and we're far enough away, and I'll turn the camera around now and I'll show you where we are in relation to this path. Over the other side of the lake, the swims are underwater. So we just zoom in. That's Dave making a noise, if you can hear him. So that's somebody fishing the main lake, but there's the footpath going to nowhere. And just to the right of that, that's where the bivvies are normally. So as you can see, that short bank there, not a good place to be. It's too steep, not a good place for a bivvy, not enough space. So from that point of view alone, you can't actually fish this lake from the normal pegs. They're all underwater. This bank, however, isn't. Everybody fishes along these margins here, right in front, along here, all the way along the side of the bank. Our bivvies are up there. So what, 10 metres away? The bivvies are actually 10 metres away from the rods themselves, but that's where we are, that's how we're doing it. So we've no chance of getting flooded where we are. But if it does continue to rise like they've said it is, then we will need to come down and rescue our rods and pods later on. But we can always wade into this and pick this up, because one of the tricky things that we've got, we both use ATMs, and as you know, or you may not know, ATMs can fish underwater. See, if you look here, let's see that post. Yeah, you can't see it on the camera.
There's posts, yeah, they're about 2 foot underwater, aren't they?
That post. That
red one.
That post there. That's normally completely out of on the bank. So all you've got to do is just go another metre or metre and a half beyond that, and then you're on the edge of the, and that's it. That's the edge you want to be on, which is the end of those reeds. So where I'm fishing with that short rod is perfect. I'm in the right spot. just doesn't seem to make any difference to me.
You can't last forever, can it?
No, at some point it's going to kick off. And more, that's why I don't mind fishing here this weekend, because it is stupid to fish this water when it's flooded like this. It's not normal, and that's why there's nobody else here, only us two. But why not? Why not give it a go? It could be a completely different shout out, couldn't it? We could have a time of our lives in the next couple hours.
Well, I've got something planned for you later.
Have you?
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
There's a challenge going round.
Go on.
And I know you're a big, stropping, big builder, but I think I'm going to make you cry for this challenge.
I'm not sure I like the sound. I'm not sure I like the sound of that,
Yeah.
Dave. What are you doing?
Well, it's going to invade your mouth.
This is a children's show, please. What,
Yeah.
Go on, tell me what you're doing.
Basically, there's Britain's hottest supermarket curry,
All right.
which is called, what's it called? Something like the Californian Reaper curry.
You brought that?
No, I've not just brought it for me, I've brought it for you. Yeah. To put it into perspective, I think it's 2.2 million Scovilles.
I have no idea what that means.
I didn't, I read the back of the packet. But it's actually 200 times hotter than a jalapeno.
Ah.
Only 200.
Right. Have you brought some pepper to go with it then, just to...
Yeah, I think a bit of pepper, a bit of your hot sauce to make it cooler.
Just to wash your mouth out after.
Yeah, I've got some battery acid as well to take the heat away.
Oh dear.
So later on we're having that. I thought, well, if it's pouring down and it's cold, what do you want more with a beer?
Curry.
A curry that you can't.
That's going to be fun.
It's not actually, it's one of them. I ordered it and then thought, what have I done? But yeah, we'll give it a go. It could be a challenge that we might complete it. Could be a challenge that we lay down to other, especially as we're going into winter with carping. You want something hot inside you.
Oh, somebody's beeping.
Oh.
Not me.
Well, I'll be me. Bloody fish. I hate run to waters.
Them fish might... If you catch a fish and I don't, I'm going to go fuming.
Well, it is only my second trip, so I might have been lucky that first time. I don't think it is a... Why do they keep bending down there?
That's just a few of the drop shorts. The ones that fell short. That's all that is. So
they won't catch your line, will they?
No.
It's good to see that. Especially when the 2 or 3 start doing it.
Yeah.
Why don't you spin the camera and show people what's happening?
What do you mean? That's only where I felt they dropped a few short, that's all.
Yeah, you just wanted to see an arse this weekend, didn't you?
Yeah, well I'm looking an arse now.
We'll call this swim arse swim.
Get off me lines.
I can't believe you can't even catch a swan. Like my new jacket.
Yeah. Go on, tell me about it, Dave.
I'll plug it. It's... You know about hydrostatic head, don't you?
I do know about hydrostatic head, David, and how much is that one?
15,000 isotex stretch.
15,000 is an awesome amount of hydrostatic head for a jacket.
My daughter works at Regatta, and this is a damaged one, so I'm going to use this for fishing. Not bad. I'm expecting to be drenched tonight.
15,000 hydrostatic head. Your bivvy's only 5. That's how waterproof that coat is. And if you want to know more about hydrostatic head, wait to the end of this video and watch the link.
Anyway, what are you drinking this week, Maff?
Well, I thought we would start with, well, we've actually had a Magners, because we always bring a pack of Magners with us.
Because your mate who came, he didn't drink his.
No,
so I drank it, and you had his spare one.
I had his spare, the other one I was going to let him have.
Yeah.
So we might as well now have one of the beers that we were going to give Paul as well.
You don't normally bring this amount, do you? You've
No.
catered for more than just me and yourself.
I did actually bring enough beer for 3 people for a 24-hour session. So,
48-hour session.
well, maybe. So I think what we'll try is a Brewdog Punk IPA.
Oh, I love Punk. That's standard when you go out now. Standard. What's this on your bed? Found a buffalo on your bed.
A buffalo trace.
There's a trace of buffalo on that bed.
There you go, mate.
Thank you.
I'll have the same
I
one.
do like Brewdog. Elvis juice is one of my faves. This is, when I go out, this is what I try and get. Cheers,
Cheers,
Maff.
mate. Cheers, everyone.
Yeah, standard. It's not the strongest fruity flavour, is it? It's the tamest of the lot, I think.
It's not as strong as the other one. This one's 5.6. The other one was 7.2.
Yeah, but Punk's nice. Very good.
So what do you think about where we are, what we're fishing, the way we're fishing? What do you think about that?
It's tricky, isn't it? Because we're fishing through the trees of where the bank was.
Yeah.
The plus is only us two on. Our tactics are very similar, aren't they?
Yeah.
We're fishing a massive four wraps out, where we would be casting to if we were on the other side. Basically.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. And it's clean. It's coming back clean, clear. I'm feeling for a drop. I've not marked it, but it's deeper on my right hand side than it is on my left hand rod. I forgot my rod, one of my rods, which is typical.
I wouldn't have mentioned that. But there is a reason you didn't forget your rod,
last time
really.
I went
such,
fishing was the Nash social match with yourself, and we were basically one peg, sharing a peg with two rods.
Yeah, we were only allowed one rod each, weren't
And I
we?
forgot to put that rod back in my main rod holder, so I've got two rods out.
You don't mind?
A bit of particle, fishing over particle. You've put a little spread of boilies out, haven't you? And a bit of corn.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
you've covered from right in the margins to 30 yards
Literally
out.
the drop-off point. 3 wraps, 4 wraps,
Not a lot, yeah.
and then about 6 wraps maybe right into the
Yeah,
hole, into
yeah.
the pit. Yeah, I've sort of done that. Not sure. I mean, I definitely got one in. I've got the in the deeper water. I've got the bottom baits with a little PVA mesh bag, you know,
Yeah.
tied in onto that. Get it out there, and we'll just see how that one goes because it is in the deeper water. Bear in mind there is cats in here too. So
You got troubled with the eels last time, didn't you?
I did catch an eel last time.
Not last time, but in the
time
summer,
before.
yeah.
There was a lot of eels here, but that
And that's why
cormorant-
I've gone for particle, because they can be a pain in the backside. But if there's cats in here, you think it would keep the eel population?
There's supposed to be a couple. I was chatting to Paul, and Paul said that there are a couple of nice cats in here now.
Right.
So there you are.
Oh well.
I'd like to see one of those come out actually. And if I'm in that hole,
I'm not targeting them.
no, they're not going to be any size. They're not like our France cats, are they? Or anything
Yeah.
like that. Anyway, there we are.
Well, you just want to run out of here, don't you? To start with.
I just need
Carp anyway, not
I need
a
my
run.
fish. I need my fish out of here. I mean, this is probably not edging my bets fishing in these conditions. However, I don't have a problem with it. There's lads fishing on the Syndicate Lake there. The water levels is up by a couple of feet on both lakes.
I think it's
So-
at least 3 foot
Yeah,
deep.
it is what it is. The fish are still in there regardless. And
The rain's forecasting it for later on, all
Yeah.
night long.
Tonight it's going to be horrendous, and that's why we're up on high on the bank, because you know it is supposed to be really bad tonight, which is why there's nobody else here. Well, you can't fish those pegs, so that's why there's nobody here. Only us silly guys are trying to do this, but that's what we do, innit?
Yeah.
We do things slightly bit different. We don't follow the main line. We don't, you know, if it's going to be rough, but we've booked a night out, so be it. Let's get on with it.
What have we got planned for the rest of the year? We've got our Sandhurst trip, haven't we, that we're looking forward to?
Sanders is coming up with, and now that's Carp.
And that, we're hoping, fingers crossed, to go a day earlier. I'm going to have a 24-hour session before it's not a match really as such, is it? It's more like a...
It is a competition, yeah, because there is things to win.
Yeah, but we're not competitive.
But we're not competitive enough to bother about
We don't
that.
go out enough, do we, fishing-wise?
No.
And we're meeting our old friend Chris, aren't we? He's turning up.
Carp King's going to be there, Andy's going to be there.
Andy P, yeah.
Andy P's going to be there. David
Yep.
David has actually brought with him
Two
of Iceland's scary, spicy hot Carolina Reaper curry. I don't know anything about it. I know it's got a 5 chili caution warning up there. You've got it up on the internet now.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about it, Dave. What do we know about this curry?
All I know is a lad at work couldn't finish one. He didn't challenge me as such, but I was intrigued, and there's a lot of YouTubers that have it, but it's the hottest curry that you can get from a supermarket.
Right, okay.
So basically, Iceland, it says this, I'm just reading off what it says. It says, Iceland have unveiled the Carolina Reaper curry, which is supposedly even hotter than the flaming fiery fall. Last year, a Carolina Reaper chili measured a whopping 2,200,000 units on the Scoville scale, which basically is 200 times hotter than a jalapeno.
200 times hotter
than a jalapeno.
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 Jalapeno. Not jalapenos.
I call them jellies.
But you are forgiven. I must admit, I'm not really looking forward to this.
No, the idea, now I've actually got it. I mean, people have been using gloves to prepare the stuff with it.
So, yeah.
Curry challenge accepted, Matthew.
Yeah, it is indeed, and I'm not looking forward to it. I'm not really a high spicy dude, but let's go for it. Let's try it.
We're going to see that you are the big pussy that I think you are.
Let's get cooking.
Yeah.
Just before the light goes, what I'm going to do is I'm going to have a walk around to the other side of the lake. Dave's got my rod covered. I'm going to show you how much it's flooded. So the water's coming into the lake 5 times more than it can actually get out. So as you can see, if you were fishing this side, your bivvy would now be 2 foot underwater. Maybe even 3. Oh, here's Putty Cat. There he is. Look at this little devil. He has a collar on him, special collar, to stop him getting past. Hello, little fella. How you doing? You alright, Putty Cat? See that little collar there? It's got a little electric thing on it and stops him getting out of the gate. Pontoon is just barely accessible at the moment. The peg's slightly higher on the side, meaning you could still fish it should you wish to, but you are very, very close. Whereas on this side, not a chance. Not a chance. 3 steps, 1, 2, 3 into water. It's about a foot of water, this one underneath. Ooh, just scared off a little shoal there. Yeah, you would not be a happy bunny, would you? Waking up. Because you wouldn't necessarily know initially, would you? A lot of silverfish jumping about there. Yeah, you would... that could catch you out, that one. Very easily. He's just still that little bit higher. We're actually on the far bank over there. And the bibby's up on the bank. Oh dear. Oh dear indeed. Wow. Look at that. So this footpath to that peg is completely gone. Just scared a carp here. There was a carp feeding in the margins, which I thought they would do. I'm just scared it. Something's feeding there. See if I can catch it. reeds move. Right down here. Right in front of me. They're up high in the grass. I knew they would be. Even over there. I can see them everywhere. They're taking full advantage. They're absolutely everywhere. You can't see them, but they're there. Oh. We know how the water's getting out now, don't we? Right. The carp are right in the reeds.
And how's Aspen been fishing?
Tough, apparently. They've got some more work going. You know, I've explained in earlier videos about the island being built and stuff going on. Well, they got more stuff going on now. Part of the lake has been sectioned off.
Right.
Hello, let's go fishing.
The video had been videoed.
So the front half of the lake you can fish. The back half of the lake you can
It's time, Matthew.
It is time indeed.
Bit we weren't looking forward to.
No, not at all. So, from start to finish, here we go.
Yeah. Scarily spicy hot Carolina Reaper curry. I've never eaten a Reaper.
The grim.
I'm up new.
Goodbye, taste buds.
Goodbye, taste buds. Hello. I'm going to mix rice into mine because I'm a pussy. I've refused to touch. I won't touch a little bit of the edge. You haven't brought any pepper, have you? There's 2 million Scovilles, but I'm
Just could do with a drop of pepper.
doing a little pick of pepper. Well, I am pussying a load of rice in mine. So you're going down the hardcore route.
Well, see, I think you've just made an awful mistake.
Think I made more?
You just made more hot stuff.
Oh, I see. There's more to eat now, isn't there?
That's an awful mistake, Dave.
I thought that would soak it up.
It was soak one up. Two. You can eat it now.
Oh, yeah, I see what you mean. A problem shared is a problem halved.
Yeah, alright. Let's just give mine a bit of a twirl here.
Doesn't actually look too bad, does it?
No, it doesn't look too bad. I'm going to be honest with you, you're right, but looks can be so deceiving, and I'm certainly not going to add my rice to it. The smell alone is nauseating. The fumes coming from that tin. Oh my word. What on earth am I doing?
I can tell.
Did you just lick your spoon?
It's ridiculous, mate. I'm not going to lie to you now, it is absolutely ridiculous.
Did you just lick your spoon?
Yeah. Yeah. It's 10 times worse than I imagined already. And I've just had the edge of it. I know I won't finish that. Jesus Christ, I take my hat off to them guys eating curries.
Are we going for it?
Yeah. To hell and back.
Oh my god, I can't even get it in my throat.
It's horrible, mate. Challenge failed, I think. Right, I'm starting. I don't even want to talk. Oh. Jesus Christ!
It's not hit home yet.
No, you got to eat it quick. Well,
I'm only 2 pieces of chicken in and I'm losing my voice already.
yeah, this is the hottest thing I've ever eaten.
Oh, hiccups.
Hiccups is very common. You can have whatever you want. Oh, Jesus. Why have I got hiccups? Is it your body trying to get rid of it? It's getting hotter and hotter.
Holy shit.
Fuck me. Pardon my English.
That's you. That's your right hand rod.
Oh.
It's hard to put it in your mouth, isn't it?
Oh my god. Well, I'm about 5 mouthfuls in. Oh, Jesus.
Pass the pepper, Dave.
It is proper uncomfortable. The worst thing is, the more you drink,
Doesn't seem to help, does it?
your very next mouthful burns 10 times more. Are we stupid?
Yep.
You got a bottle opener?
I did have one, but I can't see it because I'm crying.
I could do some whiskey to take rid of the pain. I can't speak. Was it on your keys?
Yeah. Oh, the keys are here.
Oh, Jesus, Matt. I apologise in advance.
Yeah, great idea, mate.
Oh, last one I do. You're going to do it, I can tell. You're absolutely machining it.
Holy. Oh.
Is this for idiots, this one?
That's not a bottle opener.
What is it?
That's a tin opener. Use the bottle opener.
Alright, there's no need to talk from. That.
That's the bottle opener.
tell you what, it's a lot easier with a bottle opener. I've only got sauce left.
And it's excruciating.
Have you eaten your chilli?
No. Have you?
No.
I thought you said you've got to save it till the last, hadn't you?
Yeah.
Well, it might be because you've got the rice. I've just got the sauce, but it's the neat sauce. One, there's not a lot left.
I think I can do it.
I'm down to my chilli. That's it. Look.
Oh my god. I don't know how you've done it.
There we go. First bit of chilli.
I'll tell you what, you're doing well. I'll let you into a little secret, they're the same temperature as the sauce. Apparently.
Rocket, it's all going in. So here we go.
You're an animal.
Is that empty or not?
Yeah. I feel ill.
I've done it. Go.
You've done it, mate. You've absolutely done it.
Cheers.
Maff, you're an animal. You're not a pussy. It doesn't get rid of it, does it?
Oh my god. That is the hottest thing I've ever eaten in my life.
I've got to finish mine now. Does that count as a pass?
That's a pass. Well done, mate.
That.
Quick, before you throw it up. Well done, buddy. Thank you for the challenge.
They all have milk, don't they, on the...
Milk? We're men.
on the curry challenges?
Milk? No, lager.
That was horrible.
Yeah, I'm alright, I'm coming down now. I'm alright, I'm getting better.
I'm getting worse. Is it repeating on you?
Say that again.
Is it repeating on you?
Sorry, I missed it. One more time.
Is it repeating on you?
No.
You can't get your breath back.
I'm coming down. I'm coming down. Dave and I have just completed the Iceland Carolina Reaper Curry Challenge. Oh my god, I'm on fire.
I tell you, that is a formidable challenge. If I could not eat, and I would not want to eat another hot challenge like that. Although I'm thinking of getting the wings next week. I'm recording. Well, Maff, we've both just finished.
Yeah.
It's helped get rid of some of your beers that you brought. Cheers, but cheers, old boy. That's pretty horrific, isn't it?
That was the hottest thing I've ever eaten.
Yeah.
There were tears coming down my eyes.
I have to say, you absolutely smashed it. You went through it. I added rice, which I'd like to think wasn't a mistake, but but it soaked up that sauce.
Double the amount of heat. But the sauce was, because I only had the sauce to eat, it was like every time I put it in my mouth, it was like putting fire in your mouth.
Yes, yeah, I agree.
And the only reason that I could got through this was pure and simply because the camera was on. If the camera hadn't been on, I probably would have just said,
I'd have chucked it in the bushes.
just said no.
If it wasn't for that drain cleaner I was gargling, I wouldn't have got through this.
I genuinely have not eaten anything as hot as that ever.
That is, it's not even like a little, it's not like a nudge from a madras, is it? It's like the first steps on the moon, isn't it? In volumes of,
Yeah, yeah.
and that's hard for me to say.
From a jalapeno, from a straightforward, good old jalapeno, just munching on one of them on a pizza, you go, they spice it up a bit.
Yeah.
And then you put that in your mouth, and if nobody had told you what it was and just go, hey, would you like one of these curries? And you would have just eaten it. The first time you put it in your mouth, you go, that's burning already.
I got to mouthful 3.
But normally it takes,
And then
like, you go 1,
yeah.
2, yeah, alright then. 3, oh, it's starting to sting a bit now. And then come later on, it gets worse. But that went sort of like, would you like some? Yes,
I couldn't
please.
speak.
Here you go.
I know you've recorded it all, but I literally couldn't speak.
No, it was hard. That was
It takes the airways away from you. Your hiccups start.
Even the fumes when cooking it, you could.
Yeah. I think we've killed a few midges.
Well, we've gained a few as well with these lights, but there you go. That's the way it is.
That is horrific. I do not want to eat that ever again.
No, I'm never going to do that again.
No.
In fact, I wouldn't have done it the first time if you hadn't have actually said, "Oh, you Matt, I got this great idea," and you surprised me with it. And
Karen, it was a brilliant idea. Thank you.
You come down pretty quick, which
I
is.
tell you what. Imagine a cold winter's night carp fishing.
Yep.
You still wouldn't want it, would
No,
you?
you wouldn't know. There was a guy who I watched who has already done a heat challenge, which was his name was Thor from the Skogfar channel. I'll put a link to it here
Are you
somewhere.
making this up?
No. And he actually ate this sweet, which was really, really hot.
Just one little sweet.
Yeah, one little sweet, yeah. Now, I would challenge Thor with it, but the thing is, you probably can't get the curry over there anyhow.
It's nearer Iceland than us.
It is nearer Iceland than us.
Geographically.
Yeah, the real Iceland, yes, you're absolutely right. But no, in the UK, I don't think it's nice to actually challenge anybody with that.
Another week or so and there shouldn't be any left.
No, that's right.
That's a good thing about winter, isn't it?
Well, there you go. That was the curry challenge. It's all done and dusted. Any repercussions or anything that happens later on this evening, we'll turn
You
the
won't
camera
film
back
it.
on. Yeah, well, yeah, I probably won't film the details, but if it does, well,
We'll report it.
we'll soon let you know. Yeah. Are you in? Fish?
Forgot we can go backwards.
Was it an eel?
Yeah. Drama.
Do I need to get my waders on?
I'll give it a few minutes because it's dry.
Bit of drama there. Had to put the waders on for Dave. He caught an eel and he got caught up in the weeds, so I had to go out and get it out for him, but there you go. An eel. Cormorant didn't get all of them by the look of things. So let's get back in the bug infested bivvy. Well, we're a couple of hours in now after our exceedingly hot curry, and now we've got ourselves a
Whiskey and coffee
whiskey and coffee.
to help settle our stomachs.
just
That's
try
the
it,
only
yeah.
medicinal Maff.
Yeah, very, very medicinal. So you couldn't really buy that because it's dear.
A little too dear.
Too dear. Yeah, one that side, and yeah, there's one that side too. There's 2 dear.
Oh, that coffee's got a bit of a kick to it.
Yeah, it's very. Well, it's a double coffee, double strength coffee with. That's you, left hand rod.
No.
We are being plagued
Eels.
by eels,
And swans and eels.
swan eels. Tomorrow morning, or sometime tomorrow in the morning, we've got a shout out. I did remember my shout out list. Ta-da! So, if you do a shout out, you should be getting it tomorrow. The only ones I'm not going to do is the ones when I'm next with the Carp King. So there's a couple of shout outs we've got to do in conjunction with the Carp King, so we're going to do that separately. But yeah, I've got some shout-outs to do tomorrow. Are you going to be one? Left hand rod again. You've got an eel. You have an eel. And it's raining too. Oh no. The curry is calling. Well, the morning constitution was exciting, I can tell you that. As you can hear, we've got a bit of persistent rain. Not heavy, but enough to get your piss wet through if you stand out in it. Have a coffee going right now. What happened in the evening? Well, we had lots of eels messing us around. Bit of a pain really. The pop-ups were safe. The eels didn't touch the pop-ups, but the bottom bait, oh yes, there's lots of them too. So yeah, not a completely quiet night, but not a successful night. We've still got all day today. It's 8:30 and we have until 2 o'clock this afternoon before we need to move off this location. It's going to rain all day apparently. Don't mind, we knew it was coming. And the lake is still high. Probably the water level's dropped about an inch. But yeah, it definitely has dropped, but with this rain it could bring it back up again. So, oh, here's Dave. Dave's back from the morning constitution. And how did it go, Dave?
That was punishing.
It's punishing. That's a very good descriptive word, and I understand what you're saying.
I've actually got better descriptions, but I'm not going to share them with you.
Right, that's even better. So there are a couple of shout outs to do, and I think we'll start with Jimbo and Daisy. How you doing, you two? You alright? I did get your message. Thank you very much for your support on the channel. I do appreciate it. And there you go. There's your shout out. Next one. Alright, Archie, you weren't on the original shout out list, but you want one. And there you go, Archie Murchie. Thank you for your support on the channel as well. I do appreciate it. I genuinely do. I like the feedback. I like the kickbacks like this. So Archie, thank you very much for commenting. You're always comment mate, and I do enjoy the comments, and again, like, thank you very much. It is important and makes it all worthwhile. So cheers, Archie. There is another shout out to do. It is more of the bushcraft side that they watch as opposed to the fishing side, which I totally get. But if Sully and young Charlie is watching, how are you doing, young Charlie? Charlie's only 5, I think, but I'm in the woods next week, Charlie, so I'm going to be doing lots of different stuff next week, so you'll be able to watch that one and enjoy it. But if you've tuned into this one and you weren't expecting your shout out, well, I'll give you another shout out next week as well. So how you doing, guys? You okay? Thank you very much for your support, and there's your shout out. I'm always going to have to do Adam and Nicola, because Adam and Nicola are running the Now That's Carpy fish in the next about 4 weeks time. So hello you guys, thanks for all your hard work and what you do. You make it easy for us fishermen, don't you? Yeah, looking forward to going down to Sandhurst. That should be fun. Never fished that lake before, so that's the first. I know Mark watches the videos even though he's not into his fishing, but Scouting Free from Germany, if you've never watched Mark before, it's an awesome channel. Very down to earth, very true and gritty channel. I love watching his stuff. He's about as honest as it gets. And yeah, if you're into your bushcraft, or you like a bit of bushcraft, or even just to look at some knives, or get a real lowdown on stuff as opposed to the overhyped bull, then tune into Scouting Free from Germany from Mark. I also gave Mark Bailey a shout out last week, and I give another one as well. Mark Bailey, another bushcraft channel. I do enjoy watching that. And the rain is coming on a bit stronger now. Dave's gone to the loo again. He's coming back now. You know he's going to get a little bit moist getting back. We knew it was going to be like this, so we're not bothered. When I head home, I don't care if I get totally soaked, because I'm putting my stuff in my car and I'm driving home. And this afternoon, when I get home, I'm going to drive to Blackpool, and then I'm going to meet my granddaughter Poppy. And if Poppy's watching this, hey you Pops, Shout out to my brother, Andy. How you doing, Andy? I know I spoke to you earlier this week, mate. But we kept getting cut off because of the phone signal. But I hope you're well, and I hope your family's well. All right, Dave.
That curry was hot. That's 2 trips now.
2. Yeah. I must admit, I stayed a bit longer.
That was more successful the second trip.
Yeah. There is still one fisherman on the main lake over there.
Bloody idiot.
Yeah, fancy fishing in
You
this
won't
weather.
fish in this. This is wetter than being in lake.
First time anyone's ever fished from this location, probably the last as well, I would have thought.
Next flood will be here. I bet matey does alright, you know. We've got someone on the lake now, haven't we?
Yeah, there is, yeah. Another chap's turned up, hasn't he? He's gone on to peg 10, which was one of the few pegs that you could actually fish. You've seen it earlier in the video where there's still 100 mil of water left, but with this rain, you might want to get back up on that path because this is quite heavy. And the amount of water coming into here now, well, in the next half hour at least, we'll suddenly get, well, I think you'll get a rush, won't you?
Yeah,
you get a rush of water.
Did you film the...
Yeah.
Where it's coming in? Yeah.
But I think the next half hour, that'll start to build up again.
We've marked on with the edge of the level so we can monitor if it rises.
Well, there's a red peg that I've been looking at as well. That gives it away a bit as well. Yeah. Anyway, let's eat this breakfast because it is truly scrumptious.
Truly.
Oh my goodness, I have certainly got a fiery ring. Oh yes. Well, the water level must be rising again because the water's coming in over the path in front of us now, so it's coming down off the bank and into the river, so it's definitely going to start rising again with the amount of rain we've just had and are having. This wasn't doing this earlier. So it's starting to come over the path now. It's coming down there into here and filling up the lake. Not seen much of the fishing side of things because pure and simply there's not much to look at. We are fishing literally a couple of wraps out at most, just so as that we can. Let's have a look. Well, the water level hasn't changed actually, looking at my marker post. There's Dave set up. Mr. Northern Monkey. Hello, Northern Monkey. Yeah. So we're on a bit of a bank here. You'll excuse the mess of the bivvy because we've just been doing breakfast.
Yeah.
So it's not ideal, but we're not going to flood up here, and that's why I brought my 2-man bivvy anyhow, just so that we had plenty of room, because we knew we were going to spend most of the time in the bivvy.
Yeah. What have you got on that rod?
That is bottom bait.
Yeah, it's clear as a bell out there.
I fell into a burning ring of fire. Down, 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 the flames were getting higher.
And it
Burn, burn, my ring of fire. My ring of fire. So we've just a few hours left. Not out of desperation, but Dave, what are you doing now?
I've just whacked a single up that way.
Right between the islands.
Yeah, towards that way. Just trying to move rods around now, try and pick a bite up.
Yeah.
But, the guy in the other half of the lake, if you will, has actually had a fish, hasn't he?
Yeah, 12 pounder.
Yeah, which would have been in 2 foot of water, which is probably 5 foot of water now.
Well, that would tie in with when I said to you yesterday that I seen him in the very, very shallows, didn't I?
Yeah.
Feeding on the high level or high water mark. So that would
we should have moved.
We should have moved, but
it was like this. And
yeah, it wasn't. It should have done, would have done, could have done, but didn't. There you go. But there's only one peg down there to fish anyway, wasn't there?
Yeah, there's not a lot you can do in 24 hours.
No,
he's got on them, so I think he might have a few more.
Yeah. Okay, well, let's get back in.
Yeah, just moving singles around now.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. In fact, I'll show you what I've done. I've moved completely now as well. I was fishing this location here straight out in front, 3 different depths, but nothing doing. Just eels really, lots of knocks from eels. Now I've moved over to this location where I have my own water feature, and what I've done, I've put one rod, my left hand rod is back on the positions where I was over there, but my middle rod is straight out in front by about 2 wraps, but my right hand rod I've gone over into this entrance here where the water's coming in, and I'm just going to try that one and see if I can pull anything from there. So that's my tactics. My rods are high now as opposed to low, just to get over the weeds and trees, but we'll see how we get on with that. A few hours left, maybe 3 hours, 4 hours at max, but gotta try, gotta keep trying. They're in here, we know they're in here, we've just got to catch the devils. And it's still pouring down. The footpath is coming on nice. Nice little water feature now. Very nice indeed. Well, despite bivvying up in an area which has probably never been bivvied in before, which is understandable, let's give it a once over. Make sure we've not left any litter. Looks clean, tidy, no mess, no litter from us. Where Dave was, nothing. There you go. Keep it clean, keep it tidy. Leave it as you found it, and if you do find rubbish, report it. Oh, hello. There you go. Hello. There. And that's it. This is it. Looks like Dab's on his final pack up.
No.
Anyway, while Dave is... Well, if Dave is blanking, I didn't stand a bleeding chance, that's all I can say. Right.
Making me sound half decent there.
I'm going to show you my modelling the latest Clint Eastwood DPM poncho. When the heavens were pouring down earlier, like it's just about to now again, this thing was brilliant. And yes, it does come with a hood. There, brilliant. Easy to throw on, easy to throw off, chuck it in the corner of your bivvy, no big sopping coats.
But you look stupid.
But I do look stupid.
But you're warm.
Yeah, anyone can be wet. Well, there we are.
Thank God.
Yeah. A blank, unfortunately. No, I genuinely did have high hopes. We were getting action, we were getting eels, liners, knocks and everything over the last 24 hours. So I did think we was actually going to get one out this time. I genuinely did, but nope.
You're consistent, Maff? You're consistent.
Well, that's true. That's true, yeah. But if you're blanking, I don't stand much of a chance anyhow.
We can blank better.
Yes, yes. I can always blank better than you.
Yeah.
I can't fish better than you. I can definitely.
You can't
blank.
catch every time.
No. So anyway, thanks very much. Next week, definitely next week, I am up in the woods. I've got my rifle with me. I've got to do some target shooting. I've got to get my rifle zeroed in, ready for the shoot on Sunday. Hopefully Dave will join me, but if not, I'll be on my Jack Jones in my hammock, having a right old time of it. Having a right old tussle. Yeah, indeed. So if you've got nothing to do after next week, join me for that video, and we'll see you next time. Thank you very much. Bye-bye. See you. Any last words, Dave? I hate you. Well.